Hey, welcome to Loopin Live. I got 3 samples for y'all. You know the usual. This track right here is off of Diner at Dawn, the newest instrumental album I got out. Go check that out on your usual streaming service. I don't know if I like that filter right there, but you know, we testing. Alright, that's enough of that. Let's this first sample we got of this evening is a sample off a soundtrack from Italy, 1977. Let's get into it. Alright, we're gonna pitch it down. Alright, -4. Let's see what we got here. See what it sound like. Alright, first I need to cut off some of that clipping. Alright, we might need it a little faster. Let's see. Alright, let's see what tempo that is. Oh, 120. Let's get it. Oh, let me change the loop up to, let's go to 8, I think. Might be 4 though. Let's find out. Hope y'all having a good Friday. Alright, let's get it. Alright, cool. I wasn't going to play that last little bit, but I think it's going to hit. Hey. Alright, let's get it. Yeah. Alright, let's go with a snare first. Get this young snare popping first. Alright. Oh, you just gonna quit on me? And I bet it ain't saved? It hasn't done that in a while. Alright, so we gonna redo that. Good thing we just started. I'm gonna make sure I save that thing. Alright, let's get it. Alright, bet. And what we say we was at? 120? Yeah, I believe 120. It's 4 bars. Let's go. Ooh. Alright, let's get it. make you want to rap. You in the right. Oh, I can sign into the chat. All right, let's All right, I'm using something different. I'm using this app called Camo Studio connected to my iPad because I'm using my I got an Ace Pro 2 that I'm using in conjunction with the front-facing camera. Let's see. We need this Gmail account. Boom. Alright, come on, sign into these accounts right quick. Alright, baby. It'll figure itself out. Alright, let's add a snare. Yeah. Alright. I don't think that snare is gonna work. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's find a hi-hat. Whoops. Yeah. Alright, bet. Alright, I'm gonna add that first. Oh, I'm gonna add that one next. Oh, let me redo that. I think we need a kick. Oh, let's add that. That's a hefty kick. Alright, let's go. Hey, yeah. Alright, bet. Let's add another hi-hat on here. That one, let's turn it down. Let's get it. Hey, if you just tuning in, this is Loopin Live. I got 3 samples for y'all. This is the first one. It's a soundtrack sample from Italy. Hey, alright, we need some bass, but we gotta find out what song key this is. Alright, let's see. This is G sharp minor, bet. Let's get some thump popping. Alright, G sharp minor. Yeah, that shit kind of bangs. What you think? Yeah, when you start mumbling, like if a beat makes you want to rap, then that's one of the ones for it. Get a little mix in quick. Nah, first let's see what else is in this sample, and if we can't get another pattern. Alright. Let's see what else we got in. Here, well, that'll be like a chorus part. Let's get it. We need a bass for that too, though. Hold on. No, I think it's this one. Oh, undo that. Why did that happen? Let's get it. One more time. No. Maybe it's this one. Definitely not that one. Alright, bet. Duplicate that. Alright, cool. Duplicate that twice. Duplicate that twice. We got a little something. We got one. This is our first one. I got two more for y'all. I got this plugin that makes the low end go crazy. Where is it? Right here. So much so, I gotta turn it down. I feel like the live ain't showing up. I want to see. Switch account. Okay, that shit it be there. But we're not doing that. Alright, let's get it. Alright, let's go to sample number 2. We got something right there. Alright, this next one is a ballad from Germany, 1973. Let's see what this sounds like. Let's pitch it down and see what it sounds like. Damn, we got the same tempo. We can do that though. 120 again. I'll just try and do different drums. Let's 4-bar that. I feel. What energy do I feel? Do I feel drill energy right now? I think I might. Let's get some drums. get a hi-hat. Loopin hat right there too. Hey, Sahel, what it do? You know, I had to put that hi-hat in there real quick. Hope you're having a good evening. We out here on a Friday night. This sample number 2. At the end, I'll go back through and show all 3 beats that we made. This is number 2 though. It's actually a ballad from Germany, 1973. We need some bass in here. Alright, let's see. We gotta find out what key this is, though. I don't know my music theory the best by ear, but that's why you have tools. So we gotta solo that and export that, John. And it is B minor. Let's get it. Well, appreciate you, Sahil. Every day is an improvement. Somebody close to me, I know, they say, be a little better every day as a slogan. And I love it. Turn that down. What I say we were? G minor? B minor. Bet. That's it. Let's just record that. quick mix real quick. Do I rap? Yes I do, sir. I produce under the name Loopin III, and I also rap under the name Blase Connoisseur. I got an album out called Gray Sweatpants. I feel like when you produce and rap, or produce and like either sing, or I feel like I can write almost anything. It's fun to me. Like when you produce and do that, you can kind of, I feel like you have a different way of hearing it all put together, you know? Oh yeah, that's Blase Connoisseur in the chat. That's I'm watching the chat from my phone too. So that's the other one. But that's the name right there, Blase Connoisseur. Alright. I want to hear what it sounds like reverse. But we gotta duplicate that and erase these joints right here. Do a freestyle on this beat? I mean, like I come up. So when I like to write, I'm not necessarily like the freestyler on beat, you know, but I'll mumble so I can come up with like patterns. And then once I like find my cadence, I'll start writing and then piece the song together and then record it. Where you from? You think humming is the best thing in music? Cause like, you know when they say mumble rap, I think it's cause people be recording and they're really just using auto-tune, and the melodics of it is like singing, you know, so you really don't gotta say much. India, that's dope. Yo, I would love to get out to India. I think the Indian culture is really dope, and I love the music as well. And I love the food, for sure. I'm gonna save this and let's get to the third sample this evening, and then I'll go back through the beats. We're at in India. this last sample is from Japan. Let's see. Remember to save it so it don't cut out on me. Alright, this last sample is a pop sample from Japan. Let's see what it sounds like. I feel like I used it already, but that's okay, because I'll make something different. Am I coming to, is it called Hyderabad? Man, let's find out where that is. Matter of fact, here, hold on. Let me make the beat, and then I'm going to find out where that is. Alright, I feel like speeding this sample up, though. Let's see what it sounds like. Alright, we at 93. Let's get it. Alright, let's loop that. Alright, now that we got a loop, I'm gonna look up where Hyderabad is, matter of fact. Oh, you're almost in like... So would that be central India then? Like how long of a drive is it to get to the water? I would love to get to India. Is using samples a shortcut to produce music fast? That's a good question. I mean, yes, in a way. It's a different way of producing. I think, okay, South India, bet. I think with sampling, for me personally, I didn't grow up in a household where they played instruments, so I didn't get that firsthand, like, having it in the household where I was influenced by others playing music and showing me how. So when I learned how to produce as far as hip-hop and chopping up samples, it was like I got to play the music that I'm hearing and rearrange it. So I would say sampling's more of composing versus simply like playing the music. Because if you think about it, it takes a long time to perfect the craft of playing an instrument. And I respect musicians at the utmost and the dedication they have to learning an instrument and perfecting the instrument. Now in my head, I hear a lot of instruments at once all the time. So let's say I'm trying to, like, I hear a guitar, I hear a violin, I hear a keyboard, I hear the drums. So it would be better of me to learn all those instruments. So, alright, yes. Long story short, let me cut this answer short. Yes, I think using samples is a shortcut to produce music fast. And as far as copyright goes, I have a few thoughts on copyright. So, if you can use samples that are royalty free, where you don't have to worry about copyright, but say I sample somebody from, let's say, a band, right? and I reach out to them to try and get a sample cleared, and they're like $50,000 for this sample clearance. I'm like, $50,000? I just made the song. It's not out. It hasn't generated income. What if it does nothing, right? You invested $50,000. If I do it anyway and they want to sue me, they're only going to try and sue you if the music is generating some type of money, if it's generating a lot. And at that point, if they want to sue me, they're only suing me because I'm generating a lot of money. So they'll settle out of court for that $50,000. But now you have the notoriety and you have the attention on you for having that song blow up. They'll still get some money. You know what I mean? So I think sample clearance, yes, you should clear the sample because you're using somebody's intellectual property. But some people are so finicky where they're like, nah, you're not clearing it, Well, it's like, fine, I'm going to use it anyway. And sometimes you have a band where it's like nobody has listened to the song in forever, or they get like 10 spins a year on Spotify, right? So it's like nobody's even listening to it. So now I just gave you more attention off of it, and you're welcome. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think it's a give and take. I like how you're rejuvenating. For me, it's like I get to make music with bands that I never would have gotten to by producing, And who knows, maybe that opens the door for them to want to work with you too. All right, let's add some drums. Let's go. We need a kick. Let's use that one. Ooh, I hear a different kick pattern. Let's go. Ooh, let me fix them kicks. Yo, Damian Brown, what it do, dog? We definitely got a new camera view. I had to step it up a little bit. I got some camera equipment anyway, and I just wanted to see if I could use it another way. They got this app called Camo Studio. So I got it on my iPad mini right here, this one, and that's the front-facing camera. And then I got my Ace Pro 2 over here connected, and it allowed me to use it as a webcam. So I'm like, hey, let's add some new energy in here, But yeah, Damian Brown, the first two beats I did, kind of fire. I'm gonna go back through them. Let me add a little more to this stuff. Hope you having a good night, dog. I think that kick is good. Alright, let's get a hi-hat. Yeah, Sahil, you're right. But I think Damian Brown, alright, I got you with a sample pack, bro. We need to link up on like Instagram or something, or my email's in the chat. Email me, I'll send you some. But nah, Sahil, I think playing instruments is dope, and I like to, like right now, I'll say I'm more of a percussionist in a way where I can rhythmically play some things, so I can pick up a shaker or just bang on like a the table or bang on like something and create a percussion sound, and then I'll sample that. So like, or I'll play some keys or something and then I'll chop that up and sample it too. That's why I think Prince is the greatest musician of all time, because this dude Prince, stop playing. He can this dude Prince can play. Rest in peace. Prince played like every instrument. On Prince's first album, he played every instrument on there. Alright, let's get a hi-hat jumping. And then we'll get I think I hear some bass. Alright, yeah, we'll use this hi-hat. Let's get it. Let me fix that hi-hat at the end. Hey, it's all good, dog. Get that bread. Hey, kill the work, don't let it kill you, you know what I mean? I recently picked up some employment at a spot, but it was it's like Monday through Thursday, like 10-hour days, and then I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I gotta produce, cause I gotta produce, you know, I gotta produce. Dang, Big Pun will be fire. I do a series called If I Made a Beat For on my channel, where I'll take acapellas and I'll take the beat, put it in Logic, take out the vocals, and I'll make a beat for the vocals. I should do it If I Made a Beat for Big Pun. That would be fire, actually. Alright, let's get an open hat real quick. Actually, we need some more part of the sample so it ain't super repetitive. Let's see. Ooh, alright, that's hard. Let's get it. Alright, let's see how it goes back into the first sample though. Oh yeah, that's about to be that right there. Hey, let's go. Alright, we need a bass. Oh, and on that first one, I think the sample hits different if I go to... let's get a bass, but we gotta find out what key this is in. Alright. Let's export that. Alright, let's see. It is in A major, bet. Alright, let's find this bass. Hey, yo, Damien, you think it's better to, like, what, alright, not better, what would you like more in a sample pack? Like, chopped already, or like, just snippets that you can chop yourself? Gotta get a bass for this. I'm gonna set the loop. Oops, started on the wrong one. Let's go. Hey, now let me add a couple more drums, and I think we got a little something here. let's see the beats that we made this evening. This first beat is let's see here. This one. Well, let me save it real quick. Alright, this is the first beat we made. I already forgot what it was. Alright, that bangs. Let's cut out the drums here. Oh, undo this. Oh, undo. We'll delete this one and this one. Alright, let's see. What tempo is this? 120? Oh, it's not loop. That was beat number 1. Let me save that. Beat number 2 was this one. Nope, it was this one. A Ballad from Germany, 1973. 2 of this evening. Again, that's a ballad from Germany, 1973. Let me save that. Alright, and then the third sample we have for this evening was a pop sample from Japan, 1981. And let's hear what we did with that. Tempo, we are at 93. Alright, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. This was Loopin Live on a beautiful Friday evening. Hope y'all safe out there, doing whatever y'all doing, not causing too much ruckus. And if you are causing some ruckus, do it safely. But I am Loopin the Third. Thank you for tuning in with these 3 samples. I think we hit a 3 for 3 this evening. Definitely a win, and you'll probably hear these 3 beats on something soon, because they got some potential. I'm gonna slide them past some artists I work with, and we gonna see what's what. But y'all have an amazing evening, and I'm up out of here.